know, these candidates are all so terrific and so close that I hate to end it by naming one of them, but I guess I'm getting the signal that I need to do that. So in the category of Best Biotechnology Product, the winner of the 2017 Prix Galien USA is Biogen and Ionis for SPINRAZA. Please come up.
Accepting the award, Michel Vounatsos, Chief Executive Officer, Biogen, and Stan Crook, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Ionis Pharmaceuticals.
So, Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, good evening. It's a true honor, it's a privilege. We are humbled to be here today for such a great product. And yes, there is a first hope for the newborn and the patients living with spinal muscular atrophy. So the product is on the market thanks to the collaboration between academic research, the industry, patient associations, government. It took the FDA in the US 3 months to review the data and to approve the product. So this is remarkable. So it's a true teamwork. And we are so pleased to be here today and to face every day the testimony from patients from all around the world. So it's really a true privilege for the entire organization and the partner, obviously. So today the product is registered in the US, in the EU, in Japan, in Canada, in Brazil, and many more countries soon. And the company is committed to make the product available to all the patients around the globe. And we will work and we will not stop. A few years ago, I think it was in 2011, the first patient was dosed in a clinical trial setting not far from here at Columbia. And this was under the leadership of Dr. De Vivo, who's here tonight with us. I ask you to applaud him. From Columbia. A lifelong commitment to finding new treatment modalities, Dr. Stan Crook. And I would like him to say a few words for his work on ASO's antisense oligonucleotide. And I would like also to call Dr. Al Sandrock from Biogen, Chief Medical Officer, for his development work, and Kenneth Hubby from the Patient Association Cure SMA. Please join us. Stan.
Well, thank you for all this. One of the frequent expressions that we hear even today is that miracles happen. It was even mentioned in the opening remarks. In my experience, when miracles happen, it's because of insight, commitment, perseverance, and the practice of science. And I think there is no question that SPINRAZA, if you take it in that context, qualifies as a miracle. I want to acknowledge some groups who contributed. First and foremost, the families who have lived with SMA. These are remarkable people who have exercised and demonstrated courage and optimism in the face of incredible sorrow. And even more remarkable to me is the selflessness of these families who, even parents who had lost their children contributed to the SMA effort. And all of these families contributed to controlled clinical trials selflessly, knowing that their child might not get the drug. They're wonderful people, and we're privileged to be associated with them. I also want to acknowledge the physicians. Daryl DeVivo is here, Richard Finkel, another exemplary person. When I think of scientific evidence-based medicine with a heart, I think of the physicians who have offered solace for all these decades to patients with SMA and now offer life. What a great privilege. Acknowledge the patient advocacy groups. In my experience, the most thoughtful, most effective, and the greatest help in terms of developing the drug, helping us manage expectations and explaining the trial process to patients. We could not have done it without them. Thank you very much. Our partners at Biogen, who were with us during development and who've done such a great job of moving the drug broadly and making it available everywhere. The FDA, the neurological division of the FDA demanded rigorous proof, which we gave them, but they also focused in a patient-centric way on moving this drug forward rapidly. It should be the model for all regulatory interactions, in my view. And of course, to the foundation for the award. It's nice to have the award, but all of us at Ionis and Biogen know that we're privileged to be associated with that drug, and that's more than enough for certainly me. Thank you.
It's really an honor to be up here, and anybody who's in this industry knows that this is really a team sport. So I want to start by, there's a bunch of people back there who work at Ionis and Biogen who actually did the work to get this drug discovered, developed, and approved, and I'd like to acknowledge them. So please give a hand to those people back there from Ionis and Biogen. This really is a real good example of the ecosystem working really well. It begins with the SMA Foundation, who sponsored much of the research, the Cure SMA group, who helped us as we started to develop the drug, academia, Daryl DeVivo, Adrian Craner at Cold Spring Harbor, who discovered how to silence the repressor that allows for inclusion of exon 7 into the SMN2's transcript, and government, FDA, and of course, Biogen and Ionis, the people that you just applauded for. So I'm going to get off now and turn the floor over to Kenneth Hobby.
I'm actually here representing the families, the patients that are impacted by this new drug, and it really is a life-changing drug that we have here. Parents now who used to be told basically take your children home, love them for the time that you've got, now have something that they can actually fight back. This is really a life-changing, a life-saving drug, and it's really thanks to some amazing research, amazing companies that really partnered together so well. But I think as well, this really is a story of the partnership between a patient community and companies doing things in the right way. And it really wasn't easy along the clinical trials to do placebo-controlled clinical trials when your children are going to pass away within 2 years. That takes an amazing sacrifice from families, but it's also the courage from the companies to take that approach. And it's those two things combined together that really got this drug approved. So I wanted to thank you as well for your courage and dedication to our patients. Thank you.